Evening, ladies and gentlemen. Call the meeting to order. Start off with the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. This time we'll entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Okay. I'll make a motion to approve the agenda as presented. I have a question on the minutes from last week when Mr. Sayers made his motion to approve the reduction of the building permit and from 1% to 0.5. Was that supposed to be a 50% reduction or just a 5% reduction?
No, it's a,
No, 50%, 1 to 0.5 would be good.
All right, okay. Just one clarification. We've all had a chance to look at accounts payable. And we have a fireworks permit for 20715 Mara Avenue on November 1st of this year.
I don't know.
Use that, Amber.
I have no idea.
Mara Avenue is way,
That would be
At the
down
bottom.
on the bottom, 207, to be,
where down where Gary Davis, that area?
yeah.
Okay, so it's not business or anything. It's just-
No. This must be an independent person.
I'll second the motion.
We have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda. Is there any other discussion?
Yeah, just I can't say.
No.
Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. I think council people to sign or.
There's no liquor licenses today.
Thank you. Okay, no liquor license. Public comment, any public comment?
Will there be any discussion? I realize it's a question, you may not answer it, that's fair. For number 8, for the public hearing, is the public hearing required because of the size of the transaction? And will there be any discussion as to the analysis of buy versus lease? To make the determination to enter into the contract?
Buy versus lease.
These were the servers right there.
Yeah,
That would be a question for Patrick.
yeah.
Because I don't know what the life cycle is in our IT policy for what's currently there.
I will bring
If
that
we
up.
earn those, if we own them, if we're leasing, if we own them, are we selling,
We'll bring it up. Any other comments? Okay, supervisor updates. If I had a meeting last week, I'm drawing a blank, so I don't know that I have anything to report.
Board of Health meeting last night, pretty good. This is maybe the third or fourth one we've been doing down at Haver. It's good to work with Fremont County. We've been enjoying it. Last night, Matt Scott received a very minimal pay raise for taking over Fremont County's well testing and sewer testing. So he's down there doing that and got a small pay raise that he can continue to do that. Also, it was found that Fremont County's part-time nurse has the CEU to do water testing and well testing. So hopefully we'll be able to have her do some of that work down there also. So Matt isn't driving back and forth and collecting as much mileage, and he can kind of stagger some things and work with her on that. So that's good. Other thing is Princess Teachers is going good. Kim is trying to find if there's any funding through her program to take her families on a special event. Her program is completely funded by Thriving Families. It's not any county funding. It's a grant through Thriving Families. Then in addition to that, Caitlin brought up a few things that she's working on, just seeing what we can do before the next fiscal year to put Mills County in this region in a better position if the state does make any changes come this legislative session. That's all I have.
Was the raise from Fremont County or Mills County?
Here we're funding with Fremont County.
Perfect. Okay, Mr. Crouch?
Okay, I reported that we had met with the governor and stuff last week on several different occasions. So, I had a VA meeting on Friday, Veterans Affairs. There are 1,271 vets living in the county of Mill. They bring in approximately $1,244,544 a month. They bring in the here to, they either spend it here or they go elsewhere and buy groceries, gas, whatever, but, year to date, we're almost sitting on $15 million. This comes from the state, sends this out to us. So, with the 1,200 veterans, we're receiving $15 million they receive to spend here in Mills County. Or as they please. That's all I have.
Thank you.
With the veterans, 1,271, is that how many veterans actually live in the county or
Yes.
how many they serve? How many do
How
they
many?
serve?
They didn't
Yeah.
put that in here.
Outside county, I'm not sure how many, so I don't know if I've ever seen that number. All right, Kevin, we got 8 minutes.
Okay, we'll get through a couple of these maybe. First thing up is, approval for a new hire. If you recall, Austin driver left us last month and, been looking for a, replacement technician. Jake has, made a tentative offer to, Mr. Brent Rusha. Rusha is a Navy vet and retired fireman. Does have some construction experience background. We will be sending him to the various classes this winter to get certified in aggregate erosion control. Asphalt and Portland cement. So he has passed his background check and pre-employment physical and is ready to begin work tomorrow. So we're looking for approval to hire Mr. Pucha and start him tomorrow.
I make a motion to approve the hiring of Brent Krusha, the starting wage of $27.50 an hour with potential $1 an hour raise based upon performance after the completion of 180 days introductory period. And start date will be tomorrow, October 15th.
Second,
We have a motion and a second to approve Brent Prucha as an engineering technician for $27.50 an hour. The dollar raise after his 180-day introductory period. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
aye.
Aye, motion carries. We need the agreement with Pot County.
Yeah,
Jake
so
said
looks
this may
like,
come.
looks like this is gonna be the last one, from the beginning, October 14th and ending October 31st. I believe, Buck County has made a hire, so, this time frame, I believe, is, for Jake to, help orient the, new engineer to his new position up there. Should have Jake full time, remember that. And this, you guys probably signed these before. Yeah, there's a spot for all three signatures and attested by the county auditor. Second page.
What's the, is dollar amount the same as last time?
Looks like $215 per hour. Correct?
I make a motion to accept 2080 agreement with the Pot County Board of Supervisors for a 2-week period
It's October 31st.
ending October 31st, starting day running through the 15th, so they got
14th to 31st.
14th to the 31st.
Second motion.
Got a motion and a second to approve the 2080 agreement with Pot County for $2.15 an hour from October 14th through October 31st. Is there any discussion? Hearing all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Leave that for us to sign, or there we go.
Yes. And Jake gave me some instruction to get this email back to Pot County so they can approve it at their meeting today.
Next up on the agenda is the 2025 Weed Commissioners Report.
Yes, that is the annual report from weed commissioner, which is Kyle Anderson from the department. Just a, and report goes to the IDLs at the state every year. This report will need the signature of the chair.
Make motion to approve the 2025 Weed Commissioners Report.
We got a motion to approve the 2025 Weed Commissioners Report. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Next item is basically should reassign Kyle Anderson as the 2026 weed commissioner.
I'd make a motion to reconfirm Kyle Anderson as 2026 weed commissioner for Mills County.
Second.
We got a motion and a second to approve Kyle Anderson as the Weed Commissioner for 2026. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Got 3 minutes.
Okay. Last item is purchase a new truck to replace the 2014. This is a cab, tractor cab. We are going with the Mack this time. They've proven in industry to be a little tougher than some of the other brands. So
How much into who?
this is to the truck center.
Orlo? Ordo.
Excuse me, it's RDO.
RDO.
Simple. RDO Truck Centers LLC. They're in Valley Ridge Drive.
How much?
This is for $165,893, and it is in the budget. We had budgeted $190,000 for this, so we came in over budget on that. That'll replace the tractor that we use for the belly dump.
Motion that we approve the purchase of the new truck, RDO trucks for $165,893.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the truck purchase of $165,893 to RDO Truck Center LLC. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Carry. Any general discussion for the last?
General discussion, quick update on H12 between M16 and the Montgomery County line. We completed the full depth patching of Cedar Falls construction last week. Schedule from Western is to begin milling on the 20th of October. And then we'll start laying down asphalt the 22nd or 23rd, and they told us they will be complete by November 8th. We do have cold weather planned for them in case the weather does turn on us a bit. 10% clear skies.
Good.
I think that's about it for that. Harry Kaufman and I will go out this week and drive Alice Road for those advisory speed limit signs that you talked about last week.
Good, good.
Good.
Thank you. All right.
Great job.
Thank you, Kevin.
There you go.
Good, Kevin, thank you. All right, at this time, we have Patrick Binns, Director of IT, public hearing on proposal to enter into lease purchase agreement.
I'd make a motion to open the public hearing at 8:30.
Second the motion.
We have a motion and a second to open the public hearing at 8:30. Is there any discussion? Those in favor?
Aye. You can do
We're open. If I could have. Okay, quick, Patrick, one question that we had that brought to our attention, buy versus lease. Is it cheaper, easier to buy it or lease it? And what's the difference?
Yeah, so leasing, it just allows us to have it set and out of the budget every year, rather than every few years, our budget's gone up $20,000. Back and forth. So I like leasing, that lets us have a sustained cost over every year. Makes it easier to budget. So as far as the actual cost, we pay $19,323.17 in the light lease. It is it's a finance lease, so it's a dollar buyout lease rather than fair market value lease. So at the end of the term, we do on that. Yeah.
Spread the cost out.
Spread that cost out over, yeah. Traditionally, we've done leases for all the large servers.
We have.
Yeah. So you're staying a point, but for that set amount every year, rather than having a huge expenditure every 4 or 5 years.
So that lease stays the same for the next 5 years.
Yeah, at least it's 7 to 5 years, yeah. And that annual lease payment is $24,353.36.
For $353.
There's a one-time $125 notification fee. So
You had no written or oral or anything from anybody?
Nope.
Any questions or additions? You can speak during this time. It's an open public hearing.
Well, it doesn't answer the question as to the analytics, whether the total out of pocket is less buying versus leasing.
It's $19,000 in fees to finance it over 5 years.
Right, but
So that's the extra cost above and beyond what we would pay for it if we just wrote a check today.
okay, so that's our convenience charge for
Yes.
being able to,
Finance charge.
yeah, the lease fees, yeah.
right, and convenience charge because it's easier to budget having a monthly amount versus paying it up front.
Yep.
And then budgeting I don't know what the IT policy shows by way of replacement. So the servers today that are leased, was that a financed lease as
Yep.
well? So it's $1 out. So what are we doing with those old?
That one, the last lease was not $1 out. The last lease was a fair market value. So that equipment will be returned at the end of the lease term.
Okay,
Yep.
and how many servers are in this lease?
It's a hyper-converged system. So it's 2 systems that contain multiple servers. So each system has a physical host server, a storage server, and a software system.
Blades for them? Okay.
The computer, so we were done at the end of its lifetime, so.
Yeah, so we do a 5-year lease. That's the length of try to match the lease with the life of the product and the maintenance. Generally supported for every 5 years for the end support.
And the maintenance is paid separately from the annual lease amount, or is that,
Yep, that's included.
that's embedded in the annual cost?
Yep, all the software, the maintenance, initial installation and onboarding files, that's all included. Yep.
So,
If we were to buy it ourselves and not lease it, would we have to pay for the maintenance or buy a warranty, or does it already come with it?
We can buy it all up front. We can front load it, so we can do our 5 years. Then it's cheaper to do it up front rather than every year. See, that, the original quote is 102,560.63. That's it. We're to buy it out. Right? That includes everything.
Any other questions?
Make a motion to close the public hearing at 8:35.
We have a motion and a second to close the public hearing at 8:35. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Consideration formal action, resolution 2529 approving and authorizing a general fund equipment acquisition lease purchase agreement with lease payments thereunder in a principal amount not to exceed $125,000. With, who's this with again?
So the lease is with Connection Financial Services. The actual equipment being purchased from Gun Connection.
The Gov Connect. Is that what they call it? All right.
I'd make a motion to approve general fund equipment acquisition lease purchase agreement. That's with, Connection and Financial Service, right?
Correct.
And not to exceed $125,000.
Second motion.
We have a motion and a second to approve resolution 2529 approving and authorizing a general fund equipment acquisition lease purchase agreement with lease payments thereunder in a principal amount not to exceed $125,000 with Connection Financial Services and Gov Connect. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, let's do a roll call.
Yes.
Mayberry,
Yes.
Sayers.
Yes. Motion carries. Mr. Schultz, we're gonna move Mr. Schultz to the end of our, not towards the end, not at the end, but for closed session. He's busy at this time. Thank you, Patrick.
Yep.
We will move to Matt Wyatt, Building and Zoning. Consideration formal action, approval of outside counsel for industrial land uses.
Not too bad. So to find this attorney, it's been a bit of a struggle, but I did get one proposal from Bear Home, Bear Green Wolf. And his amount is $300 per hour. And in order to work with him, we would need to sign he's gonna draft up a statement in there of conflict that because he also represents Mid-American Energy, but American Energy also works in Mills County, that if there were to be something that were to come up, would represent the American Energy for that. So we had one proposal I thought was gonna come in. I was excited about it. Called them a couple of different times, emailed back and forth, but I just never got a proposal, kind of pushing some times here, so.
How do you spell that? You say Bear?
Bear Home, Bear.
I'll make a motion to approve outside counsel for industrial land uses using a Barrett Home law firm.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve Barrett Home for outside counsel for industrial land uses at $300 an hour. Is there any discussion?
So
Is there an estimated cost on this?
well, that's what I was gonna tell you. So what we'll do is go up to $3,000.
Up to 3,000.
Yes, and then the next step in this will be is that he will send us his letter of engagement and his conflict statement.
Sure.
Go through that part of it, and should be ready to go by hopefully the November meeting.
Any other discussion?
Be like me to amend my motion to include the up to 3,000.
Sure.
What is it we're really looking It's looking for,
One second, Chris, can you, second his revision to the motion up to 3,000?
Yes.
Don't go to discussion again. Okay, sorry about that. Go ahead, Richard.
you know, what is it we're really looking for, certain
Certain goal.
companies, certain land use.
The main question that the zoning board of adjustment has that they need to have answered is regarding their conditional use permit that they issued, make sure that the conditional uses for the land use are appropriate. Because those it's due for the review. And then, secondary to that, it's gonna be looking into figuring out is the host community fee applicable here in this situation.
Specifically for the landfill. In short term. Small terms.
Yeah.
And it is budgeted.
Correctly, at $5,000.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, so carries. Let us know what we need to do, Matt.
Will do, and then just as a reminder, we have our planning commission meeting tonight. Give it one item on the agenda.
Thank you.
Yes. So you have an opportunity. See you then.
Thank you. Amber Farnan, discussion formal action, new software provider contract.
Actually, both Patrick and I. Somewhere on the bus. Me.
Trying to steal your board, Patrick.
Yeah, we've been working with, or meeting with Tyler Technologies about possible service contract for their service, for their software. With the issues that we've been having with our current software provider. So we've met with them several times, met with the treasurer, recorder and the assessor, and secondary roads. Everybody seems to be pretty much on board to make the switch. It is a long process to switch. It'll be about a year, give or take, a little longer for the recorder side. So we're bringing it to you today for approval to enter into a service agreement with them. It is 25% down of the yearly amount, which is 95,000. So we have to come up with 23, 25, which I have in lost funds at this point. Use it as an infrastructure cost. And then as they build out, they will bill us as they build out. So over the next year and a half, we'll have $220,000 worth of build out costs to build the new software system. This is state of the art. They continue to update their programming. It is a much easier system to use. We know there'll be some hiccups here and there, but they are kind of on top of their game as far as the software providers go. I know that Montgomery County just signed with them as well. So we're trying to get in before everybody else moves over, because I think a lot of people move over. And there's only 2 providers in the state that does software.
Solutions. Solutions, okay.
Okay, did you say 25% or 25,000?
Those,
Yeah, it's 25%, it's about $23,000. So startup costs. And then as they build out, they'll bill us. They're willing to work with us in our budget, and I can budget for it the next year for all the extra costs.
and this is just to move forward with it. You'll bring us next week. You bring the contract next week, or?
I have the agreement, and the county attorney has reviewed it. I just wanted to make sure that we were aware of their clause, their exit clause, which is pretty standard. So
Okay.
I would make a motion to approve new software provider contract. Cost of 25% or approximately $23,000, right?
I can give you,
It's Tyler or Tyler?
Tyler.
Tyler.
TYLER, right?
Yep. So the build out costs are $219,625 over the next year. The grant fees is $95,831.
For a year.
Well, that's to build the software.
Yeah, the 219 is to build the software, the 95 is.
So the 95 going forward after we build it, after that first year, the 95 is our annual software costs. About 85 solution, so it's not. Did a pretty good job trying to do it.
I'm surprised that probably I was looking, maybe they could come in at anywhere from $25,000 to $30,000 more for writing.
Yeah, they've been pretty aggressive on the pricing. I think they see the opportunity. That's why they've kind of signed up some other folks. They've already got all the largest counties in Iowa. It's almost 60 total counties.
Good.
So yeah, they're, I think, the cheerleader in it.
A motion on the table.
Same motion.
We have a motion and a second to approve the new software provider contract with Tyler Systems, Tyler Solution, Tyler Technology. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor? Aye. Okay. Next item on the agenda is setting public hearing date for budget amendment number 2.
This is, we're requesting to set a public hearing for budget amendment number 2 for Wednesday, November 12th. We're gonna put 9 or 8:45 on yours.
8:45.
I'll make the motion to set public hearing date for budget amendment number 2 for Wednesday, November 12th at 8:45.
Second,
We have a motion and a second to set the public hearing date for budget amendment number 2 for Wednesday, November 12th at 8:45 a.m. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, let's do a roll call.
Mary,
Yes,
Crouch,
yes,
Sayers.
Aye.
thank you. Any new business?
I mentioned it earlier. Julie and I will be at an HR conference next Tuesday, so Kat will be doing your minutes next week. She's shadowing to, yeah, hard on her. I think that's all.
If we want to do it. Should we know when Mr. Schultz will be here?
No, he had a busy night. Good morning. So, he will be with us later. He said he would be late.
We want to do a recess.
We can do the recess. Yeah. Right. Patrick, that's something we can do, take a recess and then come back before we go to close session, or?
Yep.
Put us on pause,
Maybe
or?
we could, awesome. We won't close the meeting, so those operations.
Okay. Call for, we can take a brief recess and as long as we're not discussing anything business, we're good?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. At this time, we'll take a brief recess until, Mr. Schultz can join us. So, we'll see you in a little bit.
All right,
Transfer.
and then we're just gonna write down all this for that way.
Okay.
Be on recess.
Okay. Item. Let me see what all three of you. So, through our pre-employment process for our office for civil, we have identified charity duty. That's the person we would like to hire. Charity is currently a midnight dispatcher for 911. What that does do for us is that gives us the opportunity to do a transfer rather than have to do a hire process. Part of that transfer process, God bless the range, got the policy pulled up right here. If you guys, you can take a look at it. Travis and I got together last week and we signed this, but however, I need the approval of all the board members to make this happen. I said Travis has been, we worked together on this and put in a tough spot, so God bless him.
He does.
He's okay with it. But basically, I'll have Lonnie sign off on this, but the letter just states, Ms. New start date will be November 2nd, 2025. She's currently an employee of the Mills County 911 and will be transferring to the Mills County Sheriff's Office for county policy. Her starting wage will be $53,931.00, and her accrued leave balances will be transferred over as well for the policy. Yeah, so that makes that pretty easy.
What do you think, gentlemen?
I'll make a motion to approve the transfer of Mills County 911 employee Charity Dewey to Sheriff's Office to fill vacant office clerk position starting November 2nd. The starting wage of $53,931 and her accrued leave time will be transferred.
I'll second under duress. I forgot to tell you, you had to find her replacement.
Donuts.
Thanks for that. Glad to see you.
It's gonna be a long day.
I'm sorry, were you saying something, Richard?
No, Travis and I talked about this last week, yes, you know, and I've always said, if you have a chance to transfer, better yourself, think you wanna move on, don't let a department stand in the way of something. No, I think it's a great deal.
It's good to see those county employees staying with those county.
Yeah.
We're working on getting people to come in. We got a new hire that's, another couple of months, should be able to take over and help out.
Yeah.
Things, so.
Yeah.
Any other discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor of hiring Charity Dewey, sorry, for the approval of a transfer of Mills County 911 employee to Sheriff's Office to fill the vacant office clerk position. All those in favor? Aye, motion carries. All four in favor?
You need to sign that.
Yes.
Okay. And I'll start with my next explanation. While you guys are signing and that one, and I'll get that under Jolene so that she can put it in the appropriate place. And then, so the old vacant deputy position, since Debbie Buttercake, we have come up with a short list of three. We believe the best one and it fit the bill for us is a young fellow named David Morris. He passed all the pre-employment testing for the position of deputy sheriff. His start date will be October 27th, 2025. Mr. Morris has previously certified that there will be no buyout of a previous contract. Therefore, I would ask that the starting salary be at $63,172.
David Lawrence. That's Lawrence.
More. Yeah,
Moritz.
sorry. Actually, yeah, MOR. And you'll have a 1-year probationary period. The salary is based on agreement by both of you and the Board of Supervisors, allowing it provides the sheriff the ability to start an employee at advanced rate, be effectively for the contractor. Our actual starting wage, base contract wage, $63,000. My current deputy would be in the same position. He's at that $63,172. So I wanted to start doing the exact same thing with that current deputy.
And $72 of we're hiring someone.
Yeah. Yeah, we wanted to, there will be no buyout. We'll have to do, ILE has some requirements that we can do in-house as far as the continuing education since he's been out of law enforcement for a few years. He's actually currently employed by Fox County. Yeah, he's been up there for the last 2.5 years, doing very well. So we're excited. He brings some experience, some good experience from working in jail.
Yeah.
Plus the already certified. Really, it's a good fit.
Yes. All right, what do you think, guys?
Make motion to hire the new deputy at $63,172. That's David Moritz.
More is MORITZ.
DZ.
Yeah. That's what it's doing.
Second motion.
We have a motion and a second to hire David Moritz to fill the vacant deputy position beginning October 27th as a start date at $63,172 on a 1-year probation. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Anytime.
Yes, sir. And then just general discussion, I reached out to Lonnie this morning, we had an incident involving a couple of our deputies last night. I was doing a criminal investigations, come into assistance with that. Don't believe that any issues, however. Without giving away too much, ultimately they ended up, ran across the subject. They ultimately took his own life. So DCI had been doing the investigation. I apologize, that's why I was late for DCI had showed up about 10 to 8, so we tried to get to be on the phone as we possibly could. We're gonna hook up nothing new here shortly and, should everything all handled, but DCI will be in town. In case you see a bunch of flags and birds. That's all I got.
All right, thank you very much, sir.
Even are you?
Nope.
Yes,
I
yeah.
think I'm sitting around.
Yeah.
How are you?
Very well.
Eating out of here, you know that.
Be done for a while or?
He's not here yet. We restore him to do that, then get him here.
I think we can recess.
Oh, yeah.
Right, that much.
Yeah, let's say it was here.
It is. Hey, Amber. Is he here?
Hey, Sheriff, I don't know how we can do this, but I would sure appreciate if people would pay attention to farm equipment on the road.
That's our safety brief the last 2 months.
My son was
We're checking.
in one of the incidents, nobody got hurt, but when you got 600 bushel behind you and you're going probably 10 miles an hour, making a turn into a driveway, car slid across the road in front of him, really passing in a no passing zone, and made a swerve into the bank and out on the road, never said hi, thank you, sorry, nothing. My nephew's hired man happened to him Saturday night. Only this car was doing probably 60, 65 miles an hour, took out 2 mailboxes and never stopped.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
combine, same instance. We have the right to turn into a farm driveway. And most combines nowadays have turn signals, flashing lights and everything, but people do not care.
Now, we'll put something out over social media. But I know, you're spot on. This time of year, and like I said, the last 2 months, we've had our safety brief that we start with our staff meeting. A month ago, it was, hey, starting to see them out there a little bit, be careful. This month, just last Wednesday, I'm like, hey, they're all over the place. I mean, you can't turn the corner without seeing a tractor running down the road or a combine running down the road, or somebody pulling a headlong or something like that. So yeah, we try to make our people aware. But yeah, it just, well, it's hard to say how many are just not paying attention, look at their phone, changing the radio station, whatever the case may be. But you're right, it's an issue. I don't know the right answer.
I don't either.
As we continue to make cars go faster and faster with brighter headlights, then it can go faster all the time. No good answer.
No. I'm just glad no one so far has got found into.
Yeah.
About 8 o'clock last night, Richard, I was coming up M16 You know, that curb just north of the bakehouses, the combine coming around that curb and you can't see anything and
The equipment's getting so big now, you can't make a county road wide enough.
you gotta get over on this. I had my tire way off on the edge. I just had to go to a stop.
Well, and that's the key, well, but you did the right thing, because I mean, I had that happen, well, even I was coming in on Care last night. I was north and east of Silver City,
He just pulled up.
headed to the west. And even just meeting a semi on Cary Avenue, you know, I slowed down to 35 miles an hour and I had, because those guys, they're in a hurry and you don't want to get them too far off on the shoulder. I slowed down to 35 miles an hour and got my right shoulder, right tire on the shoulder and, you know, just took my time and, I don't have to be anywhere that fast. So,
Well, 8 minutes yesterday, I was talking to my nephew. That's how long the phone conversation was, and there was 14 trucks, semis headed westbound, loaded with grain, either corn or soybeans. You know, just one after the other, one after the other, and they all got to return sometime back to where they came from. And I mean, these guys are coming clear up out of Missouri. Why they don't come? Well, they're not supposed to travel the interstate, so they come up the best way they can find and
Yep.
head into Sire or Bungie, either one. And
I followed a guy into town, into Council Bluffs. Must have been yesterday morning. And yeah, he was turning off of Bungie onto 221st and kind of half pulled out in front of me, but I was, again, I leave it plenty of time, so I slowed down and he got in front of me, went 10 miles an hour.
That's bumped it right there.
That's the pumpkin one.
That corner's been messed up
Special.
now a week and a half with all that construction up there.
Yep.
They're backing up the
North and
traffic.
southbound.
Yeah, I know, with Flagman up there, it's really getting bad. When they finally get all those extra lanes in there, it'll get better, but right now it's kind of a problem.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
they
what-
were putting the
that
flagman
coffee
around the
sure
corner,
smells
you
good.
couldn't see them until you came around there, but
He's
now
looking out
they're
like a
dropping you
half.
way back,
So,
so.
I was out
yeah, that's
yesterday,
right
so
about
I
where the
got-
county line is, or
I got.
just
Yeah.
north of the county line.
Yeah.
So there's
That
gonna be
helps.
3 more of these.
There
It
you
is,
go.
I mean, that was really ridiculous, you know, you're coming around there at the speed limit and they got a stop sign there that you're not expecting.
Airports.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Vacation?
No, I was in a wedding down in Texas.
Oh,
Culture, we got married.
okay. Very nice. What part of Texas?
Montgomery, like an hour out by Houston.
found out that you probably already know
Still pretty warm down there though.
West Road goes in Free South Center. But there was a crash.
He's here.
We just gotta go out of it.
Yeah, you have to do a motion to go into closed session.
Would you like to donate that to us?
Good luck.
Mr. Galloway, you certainly may.
So
How you doing, sir? Good. How are you?
How are you? Good morning.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Okay, at this time, I would entertain a motion to go into closed session.
Make a motion to go into closed session at 9:03. Discuss the negotiating session strategy meetings with public employers, mediation, and the deliberative process of arbitrators shall be exempt from restrictions of chapter 21.
Second.
Give a motion and a second to go into closed session at 9:03 per Iowa Code Chapter 20.173. Any discussion? Hearing none, Stuart, roll call.
Crouch,
Yes.
Sayers,
Yes.
Mayberry.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, we're at closed session.
Because we got almost 35,000.
Well, I haven't read the contract.
I know, it's crazy.
But
Well, the elections.
the only good news is
There's federal, state, and American electric.
they always.
Mid-America actually gives you a lot of credit for putting it,
They're doing
which
it right
is
now.
interesting because,
Their presidents.
yeah, I generate, put it back on the grid, but they don't.
I'm assuming all of the search for.
No.
They won't be able to.
No, what they do is they give you energy.
We're back in.
Okay, we're back in closed session here.
The sun's not shining.
Open session, sorry. Do we have any action items from closed session? None? If not, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn at 9:38.
Second.
Motion and a second to adjourn at 9:38. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Ladies and gentlemen, we're adjourned. Thank you.
So the way the solar works here is real handy with the American.
I just talked to